Okay, did you get a chance to work on these before you found this solution video? I hope so. Let's look at problem 1. So, what's the operation between the 4/3 and the b? Because we're solving for b. It's multiplication. So how do you break it? Division. But remember, we're dividing by a fraction. And as we discussed in that lecture video, how do you divide by fractions? You multiply by the reciprocal. Very good. So that means instead of dividing by 4/3, I could multiply by 3/4. Excellent. Well done. Which means this will drop and leave me just b, won't it? But if you do it to one side, you do it to the other. So make 16 a fraction and then multiply it by 3/4. Okay, so you can either multiply across numerator to numerator and denominator to denominator first, or you can cancel first. I'm going to cancel, because I know 4 goes into itself once and goes into 16 4 times, which basically leaves me 12/1. So my solution here is 12. Good? Not too bad? All right, let's look at problem 2. Okay, so got to get the b by itself again. What are you going to do? Yes, since the coefficient, the number in front of b is a fraction, I am going to multiply by the reciprocal. But let me ask you something. Sorry, trying to get rid of that little 2. But let me ask you something. The number that's the coefficient of b, in the end, should the variable be positive or negative? Yes, the variable should be positive, which means when you multiply by the reciprocal of 5/6, should you multiply by a positive 5/6 or a negative 5/6? Excellent, a negative, because negative times negative is positive, which means you still end up with a positive b in the solution. Good? Good job, you guys. Okay, make the 36 a fraction because you know you're multiplying by a fraction. So we multiplied the left by a negative 5/6. You have to multiply the right by a negative 5/6. With me? Okay? Okay, choices. Multiply numerator with numerator and denominator with denominator, then reduce, or cancel first. I'm going to cancel first, because I know 6 goes into itself once and into 36 6 times, which leaves me, oh look, that's going to be a positive 30/1, which means b is equal to 30. How we doing? So far so good. Are y'all with me? Okay, excellent. Let's look at problem number 3 then. All right, you need y by itself. You've got to get rid of the denominator of 6. By the way, what's the number in front of y? Yep, it's a 1. So what are you going to multiply by? Good. You're going to multiply by 6/1. Is it a positive or negative? Negative, because the 2 negatives will make a positive. And the 6's will drop and the 1's will drop, which will leave you a positive y. With me? Okay. Okay, multiply, make the 3 a fraction, because you know you're multiplying by a fraction of negative 6/1, which in this case is very simple. It gives you negative 18. How are we doing? Making sense? Is this good? Not too bad, right? Love it. Okay, be careful on number 4, because where'd they put the variable? Yeah, they stuck it on the right side. So in this case, you're dividing by what? You're dividing by 3. Okay, well, let's divide by 3. Let me write it out. Negative 9/2 divided by 3/1, got to make the 3 a fraction, is equal to b, because these guys drop, yes? All right, you're dividing by a fraction. What do? Good job, you guys. I heard you. You multiply by the reciprocal. Now this is old hat to you. You understand what is going on here. Okay? And yes, good job. As opposed to multiplying straight across, How about we cancel first? And we end up with negative 3 over 2 is equal to b. Does this make sense? It's not so bad when we understand that dividing by fractions is multiplying by the reciprocal. So why don't we just, when possible, multiply by the reciprocal first and save ourselves a step. That's working smarter, not harder. Cool? Okay, review the video as you need to. I hope you have fun with it, and I'll catch you on the flip side.